That's a roided up Indoraptor. Oh yeah, second extinction. God hopes it'll be a good dinosaur game, but it's not what I'm looking forward to. It probably will be a good game, but I really just want to be the dinosaur for once, you know? Okay, that's flat. It didn't look flat. Okay, everything hadrosaurs can eat. Hardwood. Conifers.
Adding to the list. Acknowledged.
Speaking of Trespasser, Clayton did a video on a mod that Trespasser had gotten recently. It was the Chaos Effect mod.
Task received.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Almontosaurus to the park.
Adding task. En route to pick up the asset. Commencing asset transit.
I'm starting to get these guys like
Asset
clockwork.
collection request received. Asset requiring collection. Transit has commenced. Heading to collect the asset. Asset has been collected. Asset being transported. Delivery has been completed. Transportation complete.
That's gonna be a
Asset
bit
delivered.
tricky. Yes. When you talking about trespasser like game, for me, shoot. For me, it's being a dinosaur, fighting for your own territory, the right to mate and all that. The story in life is for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that our weather forecast predicts
No problem. Acknowledged. Confirming task.
Ladies and gentlemen, our weather
Let's hope we can prevent that. Good morning. Oh, what's up, Diego? Okay, so this will be the long and arduous path. All the way back to the next exhibit. To what, I don't know. I seem to kept them occupied. Alright. Oh man, you know what? Out of all the things that ever get broken in this game, I'm glad it wasn't the aviary. I don't got time for these guys to fly out and never come back. Oh, hey, Dino. So next week I might be getting Ark.
we are pleased to welcome you to the
Watch my sword be burnt.
Request acknowledged. Understood. Understood.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome you to the
Confirming task.
No access is right there. Shoot it. But yeah, that's what I've been considering. I've been considering getting Ark. Because I want a new dinosaur game to play. And I know Ark, you could tame a lot of things like dragons and phoenixes. And that sounds kind of like what I feel like doing.
Asset to be collected.
So I most likely might pick that up.
En route to collect the asset. Acknowledging asset collection request. Picking up asset.
Holy shit, I didn't know it was attacking this. Go, go,
Adding
go.
task.
Forest, no forest. I don't got that much time.
Asset transportation in progress.
Dude, how did I forget the trees? That's crazy. Once again, it's all Dex fault.
Collecting asset.
They're happy again.
Asset has been delivered.
These little new blur rebels.
Confirming asset delivery.
Wait, what's... Are you referring to the
Asset
amount of souls
transportation
who...
underway.
Alright, so I think the last of the Hadrosaurs would be Metagrosaurus, right? Yeah. I'll make the males woodland and the females tiger. Like the females will be like brighter, right? Yeah. Plus, it's a good reason to use Metagrosaurus as a creature that we rarely see. Well, there's no fee to collect here yet. Which which kind of gives me an idea. What if I was to make a park that was, well, not a park, but like a dinosaur hunting range or something like that, like a hunting safari, kind of like where people go out and hunt deer and the like. But what if you could be like that, but instead of dinosaurs? That'd be cool. I was looking for trees. You go out and digest, can eat rotten wood. And it's conifers. So it's pretty much the same thing. Cool. I just have this on the ready form. That's right, come on, walk away so I can put this there. Yes, I think we should keep making Monster Hunter videos. To stop would be suicide.
Additional task.
Okay. We need another dinosaur group. I just don't know which one. So let's look up a few. So I want to see which belongs to which. Venator. Okay.
confirmed. Heading to pick up the asset. En route to pick up the asset.
Okay, what about Mentricanthosaurus?
Transporting asset.
It belongs to
Asset being transported.
Mentricanthosauridae family. Okay, so Mentricanthosauridae, which includes dinosaurs close related to Mentricanthosaurus, and another group composed of close relatives of Tyrannosaurus. Mentricanthosaurs are considered carnosaurs belonging to the Allosauridia superfamily. Oh, here we go. That's what I wanted to see. Allosauridia includes Allosaurus, Raptor, Tyrannosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus, and Apocanthosaurus. On the surface of this understood Allosauroid is the North American genus Allosaurus. Because under Allosauria, there's Allosauridae, Carcharodontosauria, Siamraptor, and Neovenator. Okay. Now that kind of complicates things. I thought I was on to something. So there's still a chance I could kind of group Mentricanthosaurus and Allosaurus together.
Collecting
Let me
asset.
just look at this. Allosaurus, Cerophaganax. Oh no, oh yeah, the Spinosauridae family would definitely be included. I just wanted to get to them later, but might have to do them now. It's the
Asset
only
collection
family I can
request
think
received.
of right now.
Picking up asset.
More Metagrosaurus.
Asset has been collected. Transportation underway.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. That then will require us to really change this up. So what I'm going to do is take this.
Delivery has been completed. Confirming asset delivery. Asset delivered.
Yeah, I have the Dromaeosaurs. What's your question about them? Troodon, is it a Dromaeosaur or is it its own family? Or is it the Troodontid? Like, is it its own species? 'Cause I always felt like it was. Because if it is, then I can put them right here. Ooh, that don't look like it's gonna be big enough, but we're gonna see. We're definitely gonna see. Now, Troodon has sickle claws, so that would make it a subspecies of a subfamily of the Dromaeosauridae then. Because I've seen Troodontid the term used before, but if that is the case, then it definitely would be, yes. Okay then. I'm in for 2 to 3. Yeah, definitely female coming right there.
No problem.
Oh, well, yeah, well, according to this, Troodontids have their own family. Let's see. Yeah, Troodontids are actually their own family, separate from Dromaeosaurs.
Asset requiring collection.
Who'd have thunk?
Assets in the air.
Thank you for making Titanfall videos before. Give me this.
asset has been transported.
Make it like a river basin or something. Wait, the natives are still on the island, or do they come back to the island?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the lobbies to the park.
Task received. Adding to the list.
So let's take a look at the coastal. See the difference between it and rainforest.
Request acknowledged.
Heading to pick up the asset. Asset transportation underway. En route to collect the asset. Acknowledging asset collection request. Commencing asset transit.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Asset
concept.
transportation in progress. Relocation complete.
Holy shit, storm warning.
Setting additional task. Understood. Confirmed. Acknowledged. Confirming task.
Is super minus. Oh, there it is. Two to three, 4 to 5. Wetland, jungles, steppe. It's not savanna. I think it's the steppe that got the red in it. Was it the wetland? What steppe? Steppe for the males, woodland for the females. Ooh, it's windy. look at it. So how does that look? Oh. Okay. Let's move that out the way. There. There. Okay. Now we just gotta get the tour thing moving. We're gonna put some palm trees in there. It's gonna be like a nice little relaxing vacation for our super minuses. Okay, let's hope this is the right one. Please be real. Yep, that's the one I wanted. My favorite super minus skin. It's been a while since I made this dinosaur.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Super Minus to the park.
Adding to the list.
Then we got woodland. Reclaiming Site B from this wild fauna. How many people will get eaten in this Site B?
As proceed. Request acknowledged.
I was, shit, I was just about to ask because this damn console is like firing up if we have us that can even be heard with the console going off like that in the background. I gotta take the vacuum to it.
Heading to collect the asset.
But no, Derek, I was just asking how many people will die during this Site B raid.
Asset to be collected. Transit has commenced.
has social and population turned off, and here I am messing with their genes like that.
Asset has been delivered.
And the contingencies didn't work, right? Okay, so that's why you make iguanodontids and rhinoceroses. I kept forgetting for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We don't got no green iguanodons, do we? No, wait, what land? Hopefully they come out green. Yo, that was loud. Oh, that's kind of like what Hammond wanted Ian's group to do. Please be green. Oh yes, green, cool. I could kind of have a little thing going on here. Because our Rhinoceros will be green and brown as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an iguanodon to the park.
Confirming task.
What you want?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an iguanodon.
Adding task.
Okay, almost there. One more. Do-do-do-do-do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an iguanodon to the park.
About to say, what the heck the hell is going on down there? Um,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome and welcome them to the party.
Hammond was forced to abandon Site B. The enclosures on New Block were under renovation. So basically saying there was no room to move them. Or really no place to put them.
Heading to
That's what it
collect
sounds
the
like.
asset.
And speaking of placing, I think this would be a good place to place them. The people on the upper floors of the hotels would kind of be able to see them in their enclosure. And why didn't it get placed?
En route to pick up the asset. Asset being transported. Acknowledging asset collection request. Picking up asset.
And Site C was under quarantine. You're hilarious.
Transporting asset.
There's a lot of negative space here.
Asset in transit.
The same here with the negative space.
Confirming asset delivery.
Was I supposed to put a fence here? Probably not on this side because the Rangers got to get into here.
Asset has been delivered. Asset has been transported.
Oh, okay, cool. I enjoy a good read. Oh, shit. Man, I'm still tired. Okay, yeah, they like that. I know jungle and steppe both come out green. Okay, cool. Cause I was just thinking this right here could be the rest spot for like the Spinosaurus, where we'll overlook the rest of this in the closure. That's the hope though, that you would catch it resting up here. It probably won't. Just saying. Nice try, JWE. After this, then we should do like a very big Ceratops, a Stegosaur one that house all the Stegosaurus. Then we can house all the Ceratopses. We're gonna put the Sauropods together. Oh man. Oh wow, they're ready. I didn't even see that. That notification. That would be a good scene to have. I actually like to see that scene myself. Observing the dinosaurs in their natural habitat though. The male Tyrannosaurus and the females. This being the Tyrannosaurus kind of got this like platypus look to its bill.
We are pleased to welcome in the warm forest.
Shit.
Confirmed. Task received.
Now I know he not blocking the way, is he? Now we'll see.
Setting additional task.
Just have it set to get him too when he come out. Okay, we still got a good number of the park left to do this with. Come out some, turn that way. Yeah. Then we'll go back in to another little Ceratosaurus maybe? No. I'm gonna focus on all the dinosaurs that have actual clades first, or family groups.
Setting additional task. Confirmed. Adding task. Understood. Adding task. Confirming task.
The raptors are the ones I'm concerned about breaking out the most. And pretty much their trip to Site B goes well, so nobody gets eaten. Yet. Okay, let's look at this photo as a whole standard of what we got. Okay.
Adding to the list. Collecting asset. Asset requiring collection. Asset to be collected.
I want to save again because I felt like we made a nice little significant steps there.
Transportation underway.
think I could say in regards to Hell Creek Park deck, it would be like a point of view story from various characters, basically, to avoid it being like documentary style shot like Site B was, and kind of, I mean, not Site B, like Queen of Nublar was for the most part. It'll be actual, you know, it'll be like the finale where you have actual characters and you're supposed to be in their point of view. But I'm hoping to enhance that. And that's why I added certain things like the sand with the rock thing, like that we talked about last stream. That way you know if you're in a safe habitat or in a dangerous one. Even though granted dinosaurs like Ceratopsids and Stegosaurs will aggro pretty hard though. I think they would to humans. Let's see. There's some bumps. What kind of bumps? This bothers me because it looks like it's going up, but it's not. And it's only because I couldn't make this straight because of how that turned out. And then this got left open right there. That bothers me because I can't put a tree right there to fix it. I don't even think I could put a piece of path right there. Oh wait, I can? Oh my god. Oh, that looks so much better. Thank you. So much better. That's not bleh. Oh. Yo, Seabass. Nice to see you here, bro. What's going on? How you been, my brother? Did we placed our Rhinosaurs, right? Yeah, we did. Okay, so let's get Spinosaurus in here. Okay, so deck. I know you like the Spinosaurus, so I'll give this one to you on which two skins should we use for male and female Spinosaurus. Let's see, we got Rainforest, Jungle, Steppe, Wetland, Vivid. I could have sworn we had another one. Could have sworn there was a different Spinosaurus skin. Am I missing one? I mean, I'm in Sandbox, so I should have them all. Oh, nice. Just glad to be here. Well, glad to be the first thing you saw when you woke up, man. Just building a park. I'm calling it Major Clade Park, where I'm focusing on all the dinosaurs that have family groups, and I'm just trying to make a big old gyrosphere like safari for it. Mainly because ever since we got truck tours and the JP safari tours, the gyrospheres they've been forgotten like the red-headed stepchild. So I just wanted to show the gyrosphere some love. But now I'm confused as if I'm missing the Spinosaurus skin, because I felt like there was another one. I felt like there was a Savannah, I think. I don't know. Could be wrong. Wetland and Jungle, maybe? Okay, Wetland and Jungle for male and female. What do you say, Dick? Does that sound good? I do feel like Wetland and Jungle will mesh really well together. Because I think Jungle was the one that looked kind of Christmassy. Based on how the color tiles are showing, it should complement Jungle. Even though Steppe was like a darker version of Jungle, but we'll see. The Christmas Spinosaurus, yep, so that's Jungle. Okay, so the Jungle one could be the male. And our wetland will be the female. Which is good because I haven't seen wetland Spinosaurus in a long time. I mainly use rainforest Spinosaurus. If Spinosaurus had a woodland skin, oh my god, that would probably be the best skin in the game. I feel like it'd be like this vibrant, beautiful green with like shades, like I don't want to say shades of red maybe, but the diamond patterns on its cell would be like aqua maybe. Yes, Seabass, we need that so bad. I don't know why that's not in there. They kind of do it when you take the raptors for example. When you go from regular horrible Jurassic World raptor skins to like the 1999 to the 93 raptor skins, you see that you think they're heading in a step in the right direction. Then when you click 1997, it doesn't change. It's still the 93 skin showing up here. Like, that irks my soul. I agree with you. I agree wholeheartedly. And it's not going to be that hard either. I don't think people are requesting it in the forums. That's why I don't show up. Like, okay, 1993, yes, that's what it looks like. Cool. 1997, it should be tiger striped. 2001, it should show the male, the dark male, the gray female. You know, that would be lovely. Oh God. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. How long has it been? It's been around an hour, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been about an hour. I woke up literally an hour ago and just like, you know what? It's time to stream. I'm gonna wait for the Spinosaurus to cook. Let's just see how our dinos are doing. Which Myosaurus? This coastal, right? Oh no, that's woodland. The woodland Myosaurus is like Myosaur. I mean, is it really all that green? It's like black. So what's the coastal? The coastal one is right here. Still looks good. Like them grazing and drinking, that one drinking from the water next to this tree. That'd be a nice shot. Okay, so I'm thinking Stegosaurus, Ceratopsis, and then we can do the Carcharodontosaurus, which is Carcharo, Giga, and Acro. Myosaur, yes, I wanted to say something, but I felt like it might have been an unpopular opinion, but I do agree, Myosaur is definitely underrated. I feel the same too. Like, look at his design. Ooh, I like the size difference between it and a Montosaurus, though. Yeah, I like his overall design, like the little vertebrae that's sticking up along his back. I mean, a Montosaurus has the same thing, but it meshes better with Myosaur because how its stripes are solely on its back and coming down. It's like the zebra of the hadrosaurs. Truly beautiful though. Where's the Monobrosaurus? Does it have the same thing? I want to see if that's a trait with them all. No, okay, it has a ridged back with vertebrae, but it's not like a Montosaurus and Myosaur, but that seems to be a trait. That seems to be just a hadrosaur trait then. That means, I know Parasaurolophus has it, but that means not Lambeosaurus, Corythosaurus and them should have it too. Yeah. This shows you how much I really don't pay attention. Because I knew Parasaurolophus has the ridged back. What about, yep. Same with Centaurosaurus. Centaurosaurus looks a little bit more thinner though than everybody else's. Laurel Titan, wherever it is hiding. Oh, it's over here in the water. Okay, so Allura Titan will probably be the second biggest hadrosaur, right? Because Shantungosaurus is the biggest one, I do believe. So would that make Allura Titan the second biggest, since its name literally means giant swan? Because you can see it's definitely bigger than the rest of them in here. I think the one that comes the closest to being as big as it is, yeah, Centile. It dwarfs Corythosaurus. Corythosaurus and Parasaurolophus are almost around the same size. Imagine if that crest was forward facing, right, and it could attack with it like a little hatchet. It just, right, it just hang, oops, sorry, it just hang with his head or something. Wait, what are you guys eating? There's nothing there. I'll put something there for them. That's interesting. They were eating the air. I should have checked to see if they was getting their food need fulfilled. I do like to think though that a Montosaurus made a nice bounce back with this tiger skin, because almost all his other skins look the same, except for its which skin was that? Where the head was blue and the body was kind of grayish. That was a good skin of mine. The hatchet crest is amazing, yes. This is actually one of my favorite exhibits to look at, just because just because of the hadrosaurs in general. Oh, here we go. All right, let's check them out. Red and blue and Montosaurus. You're right. That one. I think that's the one I was probably talking about. I don't know. After I got the tiger skin, I stopped using all the others. Alrighty there. We got our Christmas Spinosaurus. Now I got an image of the Spinosaurus pulling Santa's sleigh. Or maybe attacking Santa's sleigh? I don't know. What else we got here? The wetland Spinosaurus is... I kind of wish you released it from the other side. The sun is kind of making it hard to see its colors from this angle. Okay, this was kind of pale. That works for the female. In a situation like this, the female should be the like paler one between the two. Damn, it put a dart in there pretty fast. God. Well, don't want to break it out, so yeah. Let's get them moved over. Now, here's my hope, right? That the Spinosaurus would like kind of nest and sleep up here. That way, it's like overlooking the rest of its exhibit, and it gets a good view of the rest of the nearby stuff as well. What is my favorite small herbivore? Yours is Dryosaurus. Oh man, my favorite small herbivore. It's between the Packy and the Struthie, honestly, because I almost call it the Spacky. The Packy got good looking skins. Like its default skin is really good. Struthiomimus looks really good in this rainforest and woodland skins. And the woodland looks like a little watermelon. So I might have to say the Struthiomimus. No, the Struthiomimus is my favorite because it's like a little watermelon. You can't. Yeah, I can't. You can't beat that. It's like a little watermelosaurus. Oh, there we go. All right, okay, yeah. See, I got confused again when I'm looking at scenery, looking for scenery tools. You have to forgive the slowness. So, oh wait, I just looked at that past comment. You said Ahsoka was around in episode 3. You talking about that one episode when she fought Darth Vader? I don't think that's enough trees, or will it be good with that? I'm thinking of at least turning this part into like a sand mountain or something. Let's just see how it looks. If it don't look too grand, I might turn it back. I don't want it to touch the top. Don't want it to crown up there. Just be its own thing right here. Let's see Season 7 of Clone Wars. Yeah, okay, yeah, that does look kind of good. Yeah, okay, yeah. Spinos. Okay, his force need was... And to give them a reason to walk around the enclosure, we'll put their feeder way over here. Okay, so what's next? Because I was thinking of doing the Stegosaurids next, like bringing the gyrosphere around, and then I could start. Then it would come in like probably right here or something like that. I'm thinking, and then Stegosaurids, or should we do the Ceratopsids? I don't know. Hey, you gonna let her beat you to the food, man? She gonna eat it all. You know how women is. Oh man, I thought I was finna do the roar. Like my favorite Spinosaurus roar is the one it made like right before it bit down on the T-Rex's neck in JP3 when they were fighting. And right before it bit down on the T-Rex's neck, that little roar it made, I like that little sound effect. It's in Jurassic World Alive, like right before like it does like one of its big attacks. Ceratopsids, alright. So we're gonna have to make their enclosure first because they cook really fast. So what I want to do is take this path. Shit. Go in here and then you dip around to its enclosure. Okay, I want to make this kind of even with that path right there, like that. Yep, cool. Give me this, because I don't want you to see the Ceratopsids too early. This is why I wish we had the signs, man. The signs would be kind of nice. The signs should have been universal for both Jurassic World and Jurassic Park. So it'd be like that little corridor. It's just a little corridor there. And we're gonna try to house all the Ceratopsids in here, so we got to figure out the correct number that we could put in here that won't make it feel like it's overcrowded. that about right? Yeah. Yeah, that seems about right. And then you would get to see the next enclosure that you would go into, which would be the stegosaurs, right? I don't know. Nah, that doesn't look big enough to me. To see news about the Spinosaurus tail? Yes, I did. And that's, oh man, that's something to talk about. Okay, for anybody that did not know, where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. I got worried for a second. Okay, so the new discovery on the Spinosaurus is about his tail, right? Saying that his tail, instead of looking, you know, lizard-like, like its other cousins like Suchomimus and Baryonyx, it was actually like long and rudder-like a paddle, which makes sense because if Spinosaurus was to have some type of aquatic life or even semi-aquatic life, it would need a way to propel itself through the water. And the recent fossil study shows that the vertebrae along the tail were like really long, so it gave this tail a long flexible paddle, like look kind of like an eel. When you want to think about like a tail, it kind of looked like an eel. So the only thing I wish they did with the reconstruction, it was make the legs a little bit longer again, because I feel like it would still need its legs to help push itself through the water, especially maybe against stronger currents, because they, in the environment it had to live in, it had to have calm river currents like this, and it had to be areas with a little bit more stronger currents. And if it had webbed feet, it would have to have just its legs would, I think its legs would have had if it had webbed feet, I believe its legs would have been just a little bit longer to help push itself through tougher currents, because you know environments change, areas flood. Yeah, I agree. Now that reconstruction of the Spinosaurus, I like a whole lot. When they tried to say that this heavy ass creature knuckle walked, I was like, no. How can it knuckle walk? Wait a minute. Is the Spinosaurus walking with his hands unpronated? I'm just not paying attention to this. It kinda is. It's like semi-pronated. His hands are semi-pronated. Like they're facing each other instead of, you know, not. Except when it does that. Oh wow, so his hands are semi-pronated. Cool. Was it like that in the movie? Were they semi-pronated in the movie? Now, another thing I love to see though, and with dinosaur studies is, look, the T-Rexes are getting big, really big. And I was used to the Carcharodontosaurus being bigger than them, so we need to find some more species of Carcharodontosaurus that are bigger than T-Rexes to solidify that, once again, they were the giant, well, not the giants, that's supposed to belong to Spinosaurus, but to solidify that the Carcharodontosaurus were not pushovers. I mean, granted though, can't really say they pushovers because they hunted sauropods, and that's something T-Rex didn't even do, especially since there weren't any sauropods in its environment. But let's get these ceratopses done. So, ceratopses. Start with the OG Triceratops. So 3 Triceratops will be good. And 2 green 1993 Triceratopses. Those are the females. What the? It almost didn't do it. No, what? Maybe I could do, okay, after that we'll go into the Apache enclosure next. I think a pack enclosure would be good. Have I played Path of Titans? It came out on... Wait, it's on Android? It's on Android now. I knew it was out on iOS, but it's on Android now? Yo, I might have to pick it up because I want to play it. But I don't know if my phone will run it. My LG Stylo 5, I don't know if it's good enough to run it. That's my only problem. I'll put their water source over right here. Nice big puddle. And I want to mess with their terrain a little bit. I want to make it rocky. Not rocky, like hilly, like a hilly redwood type of thing. So if I could just take this edge section right here, lift it up like that. Bring this section up too. Just a little bit before you get there. Do it like that. Hey, look, shoot, going to intrude on that water a little bit. I'll have the water kind of wrap around if I can. Give me this tool, flatten out, raise it up, and then push this back in with the flat tool. Just like that. And give me some of this. I'm gonna do the same thing with the packies too. Okay, so another question. Do you think? I hope they have more DLC because the theme has been. It was Wu, Claire, and then we had the whole Return of Jurassic Park DLC centered around the old cast: Hammond, Grant, Malcolm, and Ellie. I'm hoping if we do get another one, it will be around Owen. It'd be kind of cool. Oh, here we go. But if we get another dinosaur pack, I'm hoping they put Cryolophosaurus in it because I want to make a Warpath Park, and we're only missing Cryolophosaurus from the dinosaurs that were in Warpath Jurassic Park back in... When did that game come out? 1999, I think it was. It came out a little bit before Jurassic Park 3, I know that. Alright, we're finna have a whole lot of ceratopsids, so... How about a feeder there, a feeder there, one there. Oh, sorry. One here. Let's see what we got that the ceratopsids can eat. They can eat horsetails and I think rotten wood, right? Yep. So we'll give them that. But I'm actually hoping they have some more DLC. And I'm actually hoping alongside another dinosaur pack we'll get something alongside like decorative. To spruce up the parks for the guests, you know? Even though the guests don't do nothing but walk around. And I just feel like if we had something that could deepen the immersion, it'll be widely welcome. Like a fountain, some parking benches. And I know I've said this a lot, but it's the stuff I want because I believe this is stuff we need. And a hotel got broken. Oh, look, it's on fire. You kind of can see what's going on in here. Let's see. Is anybody still out here on the roof? Oh, no, they're not. And for a situation like this, I wish we had different type of storms. Imagine if we had lightning strikes, right? This would make a lot more sense if lightning struck the building instead of wind damage. I don't see how wind damage could cause this to set ablaze. That had to be some very coarse wind. What else got broken? Something else was broken over here. Oh wow.
Responding to repair
The storm defense station got broken.
understood. Request acknowledged.
No. I'm not saying I never noticed the fire decks. I was just saying that if we had different storms, it'd be more plausible. Like if we had lightning strikes, it'd make sense to why the hotel and certain other buildings catch fire. I could kind of understand it when a tornado runs through them and hits it, but when it's a light storm and it's just really windy, no, I don't understand why the hotel has caught fire. Did it fix the other building? Yeah, no, it ain't fixed the building over here. Let's see. It was what was messed up over here? One of these buildings was supposed to be messed up. Oh, it was that one. It wasn't damaged enough, but you know how sometimes these buildings over here, when they get damaged, they don't usually be on fire, but they be really just messed up. That makes sense. Okay, wind damage, yes. Okay, I understand that. It screwed some stuff up. But come on. Wind damage makes a building catch fire? No.
No problem.
If that's the case, then all of Florida would have burnt down when every time a hurricane hits it. Not firing shots at you, Deck. I'm just saying, making an example. Concavenator. Yes, see, look. Concavenator should have been in it because it was shown in Fallen Kingdom. Xenosaurus needs to be in there because it's another hoverboard that can fight back. And Ramus needs to be in there because we need more Tyrannosaurus Rex specimens. Coelophysis, yes, because we need more dinosaurs from the Triassic. Same with Plateosaurus. I love to see Neovenator, and Cetiosaurus is a sauropod, right? I definitely like to see Proceratosaurus. Protoceratops. Sometimes my mouth moves faster than my my words. But I would love to see Protoceratops. Mainly so I can get to it in a fight with Velociraptor, and they could kind of like get in that they could do that fight that they got into, that, you know, that one skeleton that was found with the Protoceratops and the Velociraptor skeleton, that, so they can fight like that. But yeah, so if this rumor is true, that, you know, because so far the leaks about Jurassic World Evolution have been true, right? And what I actually think, my theory on the leaks is, because in regards to the leaks and how Frontier has not really been on top of trying to dispute them, makes me think that this is an inside job. These leaks are an inside job. Somebody from Frontier is leaking the information to us. It's like how Ed Boon trolls with Mortal Kombat. It's done intentionally to give us an idea of what may or may not be coming, you know. Because remember how they said they would give us like a roadmap for the game? I like to think that's what that leak is. The leak is the roadmap. Somebody in Frontier is doing this. Also, there's an Zenosaurus should be in JWE because it was actually, yes, it was. It was in the Indominus Rex genome, same with the Rugops. Yes, I agree with you. We got most of all the dinosaurs that were in Indominus's makeup. We got Giganotosaurus is in the game, T-Rex, Velociraptor, Majungasaurus. We're just missing Rugops, Therizinosaurus. I think they even said Dinosuchus was part of his genetic makeup. I agree, all the dinosaurs that were part of Indominus should be in this game. It'll add to the Abelosaurus because we only got Majungasaurus and Carnotaurus. They're the only Abelosaurs in the game. So adding Rugops would be a nice way to round things out. Just like we need another raptor. Like, If we get another raptor, let's say if we can only get one more raptor, it'll probably be Utah Raptor because it's so famous for its gigantic size. But if we had to go with an obscure one, I go with the one Panther Titans is using, like Latini Venatrix. I go with that. And to get rid of the crest off of that Deinonychus' head. It's walking around here looking like a cassowary. Alright. We got Torosaurus, Styracosaurus, and them coming up next. So, we're going to have 2 Torosauruses and 3 Styracos. For the male, okay, so for our male and female Torosauruses, what should we go with? Oops. I meant to press square. What should we go with for male and female Torosauruses? And I agree with you, Seabass. Any dinosaur that makes any sort of appearance in a game, fossil or otherwise, like living fossils or otherwise, it should be in the game. That includes that Agujaceratops specimen they had too. Make the Utah Raptor twice the size of a raptor. Oh man. I mean, the Utah Raptor. Okay, the dinosaur to human scaling already seems kind of off. Like, you see how big a Troodon is compared to the humans in this game? Like, I feel like the Troodon should be scaled down some. Or if that's the case, you're gonna have to scale the people up some. Because I feel like the human to dinosaur ratio is off when it comes to smaller carnivores like Troodon. I mean, I'm not trying to say Troodon is like small, but it's not really as big as they make it seem when compared to a human. The skins for Toro, rainforest, coastal, woodlands, alpine, and steppe. Yeah, alpine, woodland, rainforest, steppe, and coastal. And we're gonna have 3 Toros. So I'm gonna need 1 male, 1 skin for the male, and a skin for the 2 females. I think all the Ceratopsids share some of the same skins. I think. Let me go look at Styraco. Alpine, rainforest. Oh, this one has jungle. I don't think I've ever seen a jungle Styracosaurus. Interesting. Wetland or coastal. So Toro gets steppe and alpine. Cool. So we could say that the steppe is the male because it'll be the more colorful one between the 2. So alpine for the Toro. Come on. Don't you make another raptor. And then steppe. Cool. Okay, everything's hunky-dory. Triceratops. They're lacking trees, right. You know what kind of tree that makes everything a lot better? Big tree. Big tree just wins. Then we could put this tree down here. Yep. Oh, I was kind of hoping I could put it right there. Yes, yes, I can. Thank you. Okay. And then when we come in, there'll be a few trees here. What about right here? Look, it was just about to let me do it. Come on. Thank you. So come along the path. See that there. I think I'll add some actual jungle trees up here. Hold on. Oh, that's water. Oh, see? Forgive my slowness. It happens a lot. Yeah, nice little diversity amongst them. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Also, if they add Camptosaurus, I'd say they've mostly finished their Morse information. Whoa, what was that? Yeah, I'd agree. I would have to agree with you with the Morse information. Plus, there'll be another cute dinosaur that can get gobbled up. Kind of like the Homalocephaly. Okay, when we get to the Ankylosaurus, like Ankylosaurus and the Nodosaurs, should we group them together since the Nodosaurs, if I remember correctly, they are their own separate family genus, but I think they are a subfamily of Ankylosaurids still, right? Because Nodosaurs are just Ankylosaurs without the club tail. So wouldn't that make them like a subfamily, technically? Because I would like to group them together if I can. Torvosaurus too. You know, I want to see Saurophaganax. I want to see that one. I wouldn't mind Torvosaurus, but I actually want to see Saurophaganax. I wonder if Path of Titans will put that one in there. Alright, Torosaurus. Alright, Jeep, get in there and start darting. Don't be scared. Like Cartman would say off of South Park, come on now, don't be Jack. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, they have like they're like in the same when it comes like as an overall. It's like they're the same, but to distinguish the two families, that they are their own families. Like clubtails are Ankylosaurids and non-clubtails are the Nodosaurids. That's what I've always been led to believe. That you got Ankylosaurus on one side, Nodosaurus on the other, but when it was time to group them all together, they were still called like Ankylosaurus. Like there would be, what would it be, Ankylosaurinae or Sorordiae or something like that. It's kind of like with the T-Rex, when the T-Rex family, when they refer to it as Tyrannosauroidea, when you like referring to everything that's in its family, which includes Proceratosaurus. I mean, if we have to split them up, I could do the same with the ceratopsids and split them up between in the two family groups, which I believe is what, Chasmosaurines and Centrosaurines.
Heading to collect the asset.
Which means we would end up with Trike, Toro, Chasmosaurus, and I believe Nezutoceratops in one enclosure. Then you have Styracosaurus and Sinoceratops in its own enclosure as a Centrosaurian. Which was interesting because when I was looking it up before, It said it had Ceratops listed as a central soaring, but I thought to be a central soaring, you had to have a prominent nasal horn and not the brown horn.
Asset being transported.
It's Ankylosauria. The two families would be Ankylosauridae and Nodosauridae, but they're under Ankylosauria. Right, there we go. Thank you for clarifying that, Seabass. Yeah, that's their whole super family. So how do you think we should do it? Should we do it like that then? Ankylosauridae and Nodosauridae? That would allow me to split up the family tree for the Ceratopsis too. To split them up as Chasmosaurines and Centrosaurines, given the fact that we only have 2 Centrosaurines. Because I don't trust that Wikipedia article that that said that Ceratops was a Centrosaurine. I'm confused as to how that is because I like I said, Centrosaurines have prominent nasal horns. Ceratops doesn't have a nasal horn, so I'm confused at how it got listed as a Centrosaurine. That would be the best way to separate Ankylosaurus and Nodosaurus. Okay. So should we do the same? Wait, Ceratops is actually a Centrosaurine? Whoa. Whoa, okay. I opened it right there. So okay. So what makes it a Centrosaurine? Because I always thought it was the nasal horn. What makes Ceratops a Centrosaurine? Maybe it's something else. Is it the frill? Let me go back and look at it. Maybe it's the frill. I mean, from what I can see right here, the notches, the bony notches along the frill look longer. It looks longer than what you would get on like Triceratops or Torosaurus. If anything, it looks comparable to a Pentaceratops. But yeah, now, oh man, okay. I'm actually intrigued here. Okay, so we got Triceratops, Torosaurus. Let's get Chasmosaurus in on here. Then I go back down to Pentaceratops. Okay, I'm gonna do 4. I'm gonna do 4 Chasmosaurs. So which should we use for Chasmosaurus? We got Alpine, Tundra, Rainforest, Arid, Coastal. Source Andorhynchus hyacinthus. This must be plant genuses. These have to be plant genuses, like this one. Andorhynchus cristatus. It's a basal centrosaurine. Not exactly sure what makes it that classification, but some reliable papers I looked at said that it is indeed a centrosaurine. Wow. Like that's mind blowing for me right there, because I thought I had that down pat. Like, okay, brown horns, Ceratopsis, nasal horns, Centrosaurines. That doesn't always seem to be the case. It's something about the Ceratops that definitely makes it Centrosaurine. You said it's a basal Centrosaurine, so that means it's something about it that's so different from the other Ceratopsids that allows it to be classified in such a way. I wonder if it's an earlier form of Ceratopsid. Like maybe an early Cretaceous model, maybe? Opposed to Triceratops and Styracosaurus, which was later in the Cretaceous period. I wonder. Okay. Yeah, where did Deck go? He just vanished. Hmm. Then there's Tundra. Okay, so what that means, that means I have to do the Centrosaurians enclosure next. Then I could do Pachy's, then probably Stegosaurus. Cause I want the family groups to be right next to each other. I guess it's like a learning curve kind of safari. It is a sister genus to Evaceratops and reveals a ghost lineage of Centrosaurians that are short-snouted. Oh, short-snouted Centrosaurian. So that's probably why I got that little that ridge there on his where his nasal horn should be. I always thought that was just a design choice for not Fallen Kingdom, that battle Big Rock went with. But that could be a reason for why it doesn't have a nasal horn, because it's short snouted. Okay, so a coastal Chasmosaurus for the males. And I haven't used Tundra, so let's do that. Alright, we got those cooking. I gotta bring it back over this way, so I gotta try to plan out this next exhibit, because I want to bring that back over that way, so wait, give me this first. Maybe since his bezel hadn't yet developed the signature look of Centrosaurians. Yeah, that's why I was thinking, because it was like so early in the Ceratopsid lineup that for its significant family group it didn't get a chance to develop it. Centrosaurus is not in the game, but Chasmosaurus is, since they are the two namesakes of those groups, right? I also thought that was a weird choice to make, to intentionally not include those guys. Just a little bit more. Yeah. Nope. Then bring no. I was right. Right there was fine. And then concur. We'll just straighten it out so it can't curve when I don't want it to, right? Shoot, this will actually let me connect this more like river-like. Oops. Well, that's there now. So I could push this in, and then I could say the gyrosphere will go probably in and around it, maybe. You know what? No. What I'm gonna have it do is do like that, branch out, and then whatever enclosure this is gonna be is gonna have a little lake there too. Are they ready yet? Almost. Halfway. Get to keep working on this then. Where's the tour path? I keep doing that. How come when I'm about to do this, it wants to be a storm? At least it's not a heavy storm. Come this way just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Then turn. Go here. That's gonna be for our packies. And then come back around, probably Stegosaurus. I am so late on this, but can we at least try to stop the raptors from breaking out? Science Center's been damaged by the storm. What else? But it would be lovely to see Centrosaurus in the game. It and Monoclonius if I had to choose. Or if I can be greedy and get an extra one put in. But it's like having Suchomimus, Baryonyx, and Ichthyovenator, but not Spinosaurus. But it's the namesake of the genus. Okay, cool. Nothing else got broken.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weather conditions have started to pass. Please resume your normal activity.
I want to believe that they are their own separate genus because well, at least in this game, there's a difference in their neck frills. Because they say that the Torosaurus, I think it's the Triceratops, like all grown up or something like that. But if you look at the two, I think his horns are even shorter, a little bit shorter than the Triceratops, at least in here. Oh, I found another Torosaurus. Look at me, Torosaurus. Triceratops, why are you antisocial creature? You. There it is. There. The Triceratops' horns looks longer. Now, Torosaurus has a longer frill. That's always been the case from what I remember, even as a kid. The Torosaurus always had a longer frill, and I could have sworn it used to have longer brow horns too. But here in evolution, the Triceratops' horns look a little bit longer because they're able to curve, whereas the Torosaurus' horns are more straight. But I wouldn't be mad if Torosaurus is actually the same as Triceratops, but it does take away from it being its own distinct genus at that point. So I definitely agree with you. I'd rather them both be their separate genus. It's kind of like how they was trying to say that Seismosaurus and Diplodocus were one and the same. It kind of takes away from the fact of Seismosaurus being its own awesome sauropod. If it actually indeed is a different type of Diplodocus. Like Torosaurus and Triceratops are definitely two amazing ceratopses, and for Torosaurus to actually not be its own separate genus would be kind of sad. It's like the Apatosaurus Brontosaurus dilemma. It's probably gonna take a while before everybody just finally decides that it is a separate genus, because Apatosaurus Brontosaurus, for a while it wasn't, and then it was, and then now they're separate genuses again. And let's see, Trek is bigger in the game because it's bigger in the game because it's supposed it's the namesake, not the namesake, but like you said, everyone is a fanboy of Triceratops, so yeah, it has to be the bulkier one between the two. But Torosaurus is the biggest. Torosaurus is definitely supposed to be the biggest specimen between the two. I wish we can get them next to each other. yeah, they pretty much sticking with themselves. Really wish you can get them next to each other. Holy shit, they finna. Yeah, forgot to dart these guys.
Confirming task. Confirmed. Task received.
And I know Chasmosaurus is a namesake, but it's small. It seems so small compared to Triceratops too. Well, it could be that, like we just discussed, they made Triceratops bigger on purpose, just because it's always in the franchise. And for the whole group of Ceratopsids, I guess they wanted to be the bigger one. But I always figured if you're gonna be the namesake of something, you're supposed to be the biggest one. I could be right about that, right? God. Okay, come on, dart them up, dart them up. You know, let's get them moved over. Get these guys moved over at least.
Asset to be collected.
Then we put Pentaceratops in there, and that will be it for that list.
En route to collect the asset.
My favorite episode, you say?
Collecting asset. Commencing
Well, for me
asset
personally,
transfer.
it'd have to be the one that has alibi in it. I hate getting tongue-tied. If I can remember correctly, it was when she had to defend her territory. Was it? She defended it against. It was the Baryonyx, right? Because the Baryonyx had pushed in, right? It was after the flood, I remember. That's why I'm trying to hope I'm remembering this correctly. Because I remember she did have to defend her territory. It's like she kind of got pushed out a little bit, but then she came back and took it back. Because I believe after the flood, that's when the Baryonyx showed up, right? Suchomimus. It was Suchomimus, okay. You know, looking at these, I kind of wish you can get like hot springs or something like that. Like just a different type of water source. I don't know if they would let the dinosaurs drink from it, but hey, it'd just be kind of cool to have some smoking water. Nice. Okay, but yeah, oh, okay, they got moved over. I was about to say, where my other Casmosaurus go? But yeah, that's the episode I picked because when making the series and you include the Carnotaurus, I'm like, oh man, Carnotaurus. Carnotaurus is a dinosaur we really don't get to see. Like even me myself, I don't really use the dinosaur like I should. Like when I finally place it in this part, it'll be the first time I use Carnotaurus in a long time. And for you to like use Carnotaurus in your series and make Alibi basically like the main character, like the star, I was always rooting for Alibi. Because he was giving Carnotaurus the limelight. The limelight it needed. You also gave Myosaurus the limelight. You gave Camarasaurus the limelight because if I have to be honest, I really try not to use Camarasaurus because it's over extensive need of tree. I mean, granted, you could turn that off in sandbox mode, but I actually like to leave the if I can, I like to leave their needs on, like their habitat requirement needs on. It lets me know I'm building their environment right, at least. That's what I'm saying. Underrated dinosaurs need the limelight more. Oh yeah, okay. Oh shoot, wait, I didn't bake Pentaceratops. And okay, so how about just 5 pentaceratopses then? Just for its namesake of meaning 5, why don't we just make 5? Oh, we got a woodland skin for this one, so we got alpine, woodland, steppe, wetland, coastal. I use woodland on the trike, and we use coastal on the Casmo. Steppe. Oh, what if we did wetland? Wetland. Oh, hey, look, you gotta take care of that first. That always comes first. And trust me, I'm on pins and needles. I'm waiting. I'm actually little want to know the fate of the Iguanodon brothers too. Like, will they make it through this? Will one of them die? If one of them dies, will the other one avenge his fallen brother? Oh, there you are, Cat. What's up? What's up, Maya? Okay, so if we did wetland, what would that be better for, male or female? Because I'm thinking maybe a woodland-wetland mix right here. Okay. So 2 woodlands that could be male, and the other 3 wetlands would be female. That don't sound too bad. Pentaceratops is another dinosaur that I don't use so a lot. And to be quite frank, I didn't know it even existed until this game came out. When they were showcasing dinosaurs, and I remember they was on Isla Muerta. And then I was like, what is that? We're like, what is that dinosaur in that cage? And when I think they glossed over it and it said Pentaceratops. I was like, you think so? I mean, I felt like he was just trying to go for a big diversity with the cast, you know? That we can have different focal points. Because you got a focal point for Camarasaurus, Iguanodon, I believe the Majungasaurus, right? The Majungasaurus is in that one. Who else? Quiet Facebook. Cat, what is your problem? But yeah, it's like nothing wrong with having different focal points for like the characters of your season. Yeah, we got the Iguanodon, Camarasaurus, Majungasaurus. Don't look at me like that, Cat. No, the messed up part is, now that I remember, I never even finished the final season of Kanoa's Park. Well, now that I think about it, because I think he did a season 4 as well, didn't he? I don't think or was it just a season 3? I know I didn't finish it. Whichever last season he did is the one I know I didn't finish. Yeah. Yeah, I understand preferring some over the others. Which Velociraptor did I go with? Oh yeah, the 1993 pattern, okay. It's a pattern of Velociraptor I don't use as much because I really like the 2001 variants. But they look really good here. Holy crap. I said I was gonna make this hilly redwood, and I'd put everything else in here that isn't redwood. So let's remedy that, shall we? Big tree can stay, but redwood, I gotta be to my word here and make sure it's redwoods. Guess it'll be some type of diversity. Come on, thank you. Go back up. You started a Star Wars fan fiction? What's that one about? You know me, I love a good story. Ooh, I'm sorry. Did not mean to burp on screen like that. That was rude. What's that really tall one? There you go. Yeah, I wish they stopped with that too close to dinosaur stuff. Wait, what noise? Yeah, that looks better. Little path that they can walk and take. Alright, let's see how this looks. Woodland Pentaceratops. I'm intrigued. Yeah, that don't look too bad. That don't look too bad at all. Get in here and shrink it before it breaks down the wall. Look how big Pentaceratops is. It's definitely bigger than Triceratops. And definitely bigger than Chasmosaurus.
We are pleased to welcome the Pentaceratops to the park.
It's about an Imperial Admiral who tries to regain control after the Empire's defeat on Endor. It also follows an Imperial Security Bureau agent. Nice. What is wrong with you, cat? What's the name of it so I can check it out? Because I need to actually get back into writing as well. Oh, this is wetland. It looks like a lighter color version of woodland. Oh, and that works. That works. Damn. Looks like you can't return to base with it right there.
Adding task. Setting additional task.
Looks like you're stuck, bucko.
Collecting asset.
Star Wars Imperial by me, yours truly. Yes.
En route to pick up
Star
the
Wars
asset.
Imperial, got it. So what I'm gonna do is go on my thing and follow it so I can read this chapters and whatnot. And the good thing is, because I got the fanfiction.net app, so it reads the chapters out to me. Because sometimes I'm too lazy just to read. Well, read silently. I don't know if you want to call that lazy. Because it's like I'm still reading, but it's like I'm reading along with the words that's being read out. I don't know if that's me being slow or...
Commencing asset transit. Confirmed.
Did you really just leave that other Pentaceratops in here? Like, seriously. You get back here and you do your duty.
Asset has been collected.
Alright, now with that done, we're going to do our Centrosaurians, Styracosaurus, Nazuto, and Sino. And I believe we're closer to... No, Nazuto, so we'll do it. I like the way the Zudo looks. It looks like a longhorn, dude. And they got some really good skin coloring. Okay, so 4 Nizudos would be a good number. We got jungle, steppe. Yeah. Jungle. It's the more vibrant. It appears to be the more vibrant, so that could be the males. The robotic voice is annoying. It can get annoying. That's why I wish in this day and age we could change like the tone of it so it wouldn't have to sound like that. Now I think on certain apps and whatnot you can do that, but with that particular app in this day and age we should be able to do that. It's somebody else, right, that we can get to read. You know, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I wouldn't mind more hybrids. Because I've been playing Jurassic World Alive, and I really want to see like a Notopatosaurus. I think that'd be kind of neat.
Delivery has been completed.
Reduce the radius on this. That's exactly why I want to reduce the radius on that. I was trying to wipe away all the water while doing this. But it's interesting because when you reduce the radius, the heel don't go that high. If I put that all the way back up, then I can make it higher. Oh no, I reduced the slope. That's why, duh. The radius is the size. Look at me thinking I was knowing something. I was knowing nothing at all. Like in Barcelona, yep. I think I want to build another Jurassic Fight Club park. I haven't done that in a while. Let's check out the jungle. Damn, look at that. It looks glorious. That looks really nice. Yeah.
Task received.
Alright, let's check out the step one. Oh, see, there go the sun blocking out the skin again. Yeah, this one got more of a greener tint to it and like a duller shade of red. It's kind of more of a mahogany with like some greens added to it. Oh, you ain't done. Get in there and dart. But yeah, that Microraptor, yeah, that'd be a sight to see. This cat, okay, look, cat. Did you get into the catnip again or what? 'Cause you going crazy over here. What's wrong with this fat mama? One, two, three. Okay, this is 4. I just want to wait and give the other one a chance to run off. That way the last one can come out. Right. Yeah, the first time I seen Microraptor, it had feathers. I think the first depiction I ever seen of it, it had black feathers. It's kind of like a crow. And like the first time I seen Pyroraptor was in Walking with Dinosaurs, and it had like this reddish color into its feathers too. Alright, so but what I'm finna do though, Seabass, I'm finna get these guys moved over, and then I'm going to end the stream because I'm getting hungry. and I likes to eat something
Acknowledging
real
asset collection
fast.
request.
And I'm gonna try to stream this again a little bit later.
Picking up asset.
Yes, up too.
Transit has commenced. Asset to be collected.
Alright, Seabass, I'll be checking you later. And everybody else, I'll be seeing you all next time. Later, y'all.